Peace, family. It's your boy Fonzie from Bout.online.com. If you're joining us on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops and content. So this week we join with another exclusive guest, and it's one that's definitely no stranger to the platform. So we're definitely appreciative and honored to have Randy Big Swoll Thornton join us this week. What's good with you, sir?
What's going on, soldier? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm chilling right now, man. Definitely great to have you back on the platform. I'm a bit under the weather right now with a British cold, but we're still soldiering through.
But look, hey, I'm still sitting here waiting for a new heart, so we both doing good. So I'm here, you still here. You know, God is good, and let's enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And definitely speaking of enjoyment, we're definitely looking forward to this episode, which gonna be something special. We're gonna be going through some classic New Orleans hip hop,
Yeah,
some real throwback classics, some of the early entry stuff that would have been the precursor to, I guess, some of the great music that we're accustomed
yeah,
to afterwards. So you've put together a list with some help and some DJ friend of yours. You want to tell us a little about this list?
yeah. This list, well, we came up with the idea. We was like, okay, people always asking us where No Limit and where Cash Money, where Mystical, where Master P, where Lil Wayne them get their sound from. And I tell everybody all the time, we've had artists since the early 1900s. I mean 1990s. Excuse me. They've been making music, and it basically is almost the same type of music, but No Limit and Cash Money brought it to another level. Where we had one of the first record groups in New Orleans was I think I want to say Big Boy Records, and they are the original New Orleans bounce and New Orleans based record label before No Limit and Cash Money.
Okay. So we know that there's definitely a rich history and sound within the New Orleans music culture, especially when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to the bounce music. Like you said, a lot of us fans worldwide who would have become maybe familiar to that sound through hearing it through New Orleans artists like New Orleans, Cash Money,
Right.
No Limit, the whole Tank Rasta. I mean, was pretty much New Orleans. I mean, they had a few guys from the West and stuff like that too, but for the most
Mm-hmm.
part, especially in the '90s, the late '90s, it was a heavily stacked New Orleans sound. I always felt Cash Money had a heavy New Orleans sound as well, which was it's like you could hear something within their
Mm-hmm.
music that it was like indicative to the area that they came from. At the time, like the West Coast artists had music that was indicative to their neighborhood, but
Mm-hmm.
there was just something infectious about that New Orleans sound and stuff.
Well, I mean that was because of Manny Fresh.
Yeah, yeah. It
Manny
makes sense
Fresh
because
brought
he
that
he was
sound.
doing it. Was he with Big Boy before?
Yeah, he was with Big Boy Records, and a lot of songs that we're going to talk about. I think two or three of them that he wrote and produced. I mean, Manny Fresh and KL from no from Beat by the Pound. They've been doing music, you know, way before Cash Money No Limit. And I was telling somebody the other day, about No Limit story that a lot of the artists at No Limit Records was with KL before he joined No Limit, and that's how Soldier Slim, Mystical, Fiend, uh, Mac, Mia, they was all working with KL before they joined No Limit Records.
Okay, yeah, I think we heard that in some interviews and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who it was. I was watching one not too long ago actually, and somebody was telling the story and saying I think they was all in KL studio freestyling and
Mm-hmm.
doing, and P came and kind of picked who he wanted to go on to the big leagues from there.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into some of the music, it's like little things that stuck out to me as a fan was like just little, like the chants. There was a lot of chanting, like, where they at, and this,
Mm-hmm.
certain things like that. I don't think I realized at the time had come from other songs and stuff as well, and it was like popular sort of bounce
Right.
chants and the sort of style.
Mm-hmm.
We look at Trigger Man, the drag rap,
Mm-hmm.
and that was credited afterwards, where people started to realize, okay, this is a certain sound that's bigger than just one or two records.
Mm-hmm. Well, New Orleans, that's like in Houston, Texas. In Texas, they got what they call that kind of music, slow motion or something. I forgot
Yeah,
the name.
they got the chopped and screwed.
Yeah. Well, New Orleans, we got bounce, and a lot of music, like like Soldier Slim, he'll tell you, he was a bounce artist. Mystical's a bounce artist. Juvenile bounce artist. Lil Wayne, at first he was, but he moved more to just versatile in his rap and his style further than that. But but bounce music. I mean, you got people like Jay-Z, and Beyonce sampling bounce music in a style.
Yeah. Drake,
Yes. They it's the kind, bounce music, the kind of music that make you want to dance.
Make you want to movement. It infectious. It remind me, coming from the Caribbean background, it remind me of just like, some of the early elements of just the dancehall culture in Jamaica. It's just that vibe of, people getting together. And even when I see some of the old videos and just how people were cutting up and vibing, it's like, you see, it give me that sort of flavor.
Because I'm be honest with you, these songs that we listen to, I'm sorry, but there wouldn't be a Cash Money No Limit if it was some of these artists. Because when you listen to some of them, you're gonna be like, wow, that's Cash Money. Oh, wow, that's No Limit. Wow, that's Juvenile. Oh, wow, that's Mystical. So that's just the way it is. I mean, and let me tell you something. We doing this because, I love Cash Money. I love No Limit. They are the two most popular, record labels products ever come out, out of New Orleans in a long, long time. And we just here to just not compete with them. We're just here to showcase them, because people always ask me, where'd they get the sound from? The sound is different. The music different. The beats are different. And this is the way to show people, where they got the sound from.
Okay, so before we get into this list, we've got 15 songs and stuff here, 15 artists. How easy was it for you to come up with this list? And we're gonna start with the 15th, and then work our way down.
It was hard. It was hard. We sat down and we fussed and we did this, and some artists didn't make it, some did, but we got but it was fun. It was fun. We started, with our favorites and just worked to second favorite and worked our way down. We wanted to stop at 10, but we couldn't. We had to add 5 more songs, because it was that strong, and they was like, oh man, we can't leave these artists out, we can't do this. So I said, okay, let's go 15, and that's what we came up with.
Okay, so we're gonna play, a few short samples from them. Like the first one up, we have. Let's see. At number 15, we have Ricky B.
Ricky B.
And this song's titled "Ya Holla."
Ricky B is the godfather of bounce music in New Orleans.
Okay, so let's check out some of this. Okay, hold on. Let's make sure this come back from the. We see a short sample of that one. You can check it out on YouTube. Ricky B. Ya Holla. What can you tell us about this one, though?
Well, check out Ricky B, because I mean, if you can tell, he uses the New Orleans jazz sounds. He using drums and tubas and all that kind of stuff. He has a history, of being in a he was very, very popular. And this song came out, and it just took New Orleans by storm. Everybody plays this song in New Orleans. And I apologize for the dogs barking. I have dogs outside, and they're ignorant. So
yeah, where the horses at?
Yeah, that's what they're barking at right now.
So Ricky B, so he's definitely, you said, had a significant impact.
Oh yeah.
On the culture of the scene.
Yeah, he's on the list twice, matter of fact. You know, he's on this list twice. And like I said, you know, I mean, he's still popular, you know, in New Orleans.
Well, we're gonna get to the next one on the list, and this is Kilo, and this sounds called Who That Called the Police.
This is Kilo, speaking for the radio, representing uptown and downtown with the original Who That Called the Police. We don't have no time for no player heads and imitators and bad records in full effect. We about to represent DJ Money Fresh on the board. Represent where you from. I'm the football, you the football, you the football, she the football, I'm the football, you the football, he the football, she the football, I'm the football, I'm the football, you the football, he the football, she the football, I'm the football, you the football, he the football, she the football, I'm the football, she from downtown, I'm from downtown, get it go. Here they come, I go. There they go, and I. I say, who they call the police? Downtown say, who they call the police? Let me know, say, who they call the police? One more time, say, who they call the police? I'm too cold to be a hot boy. She's too cold to be a hot girl. I'm too cold to be a
Okay. So there we see. We're gonna just play a little bit of them. We can't play it too loud. You know, I love to play the full tracks, but they got me here rocking. You know, the crazy thing about that one is, as you said, you hear a lot of this familiar sounds that we've heard, like the chants in some of the other songs, like the, you know, Who That Called the Police and stuff like that. You know, we've heard some of that No Limit references in some songs. Now, what we'll say is they probably haven't done the full song that way, but they've taken elements and stuff. And we definitely hear the Trigger Man, you know, in this one, you know, that's like a signature sound for
right.
You know,
and that was produced by Manny Fresh. That's a Manny Fresh beat before he joined Cash Money.
Okay, so I mean, what else can you tell us about Kilo and this song?
I asked some friends about Kilo. Nobody knows where, you know, he's around, but he, you know, when they do shows and stuff, I don't think he shows up for shows or do shows or anything. But I talked to a few people. I try to reach out to Manny Fresh, but I just didn't get in touch with him. But it's not too much, not too much. You know, I mean, he's from New Orleans, and I mean, this song was a long time ago, and we don't know what he's doing right now. So if anybody know where Kilo is, please let us know, because we're interested.
Yeah, no doubt. And he fought in on the big Swoll underground, you know, old school New Orleans hip hop classic list. So he made the list, and that moves us on to number 13, which is DJ Jubilee.
Jubilee.
You know, so we got I believe this one we got a video to check out. So this one should be pretty cool. So let's see if I can pull this one up.
I say, Trick, stop talking that shit and buy Jubilee his outfit. I want a white t-shirt, some khaki pants, some all-stars, and some money for the dance. Bounce for the juvenile, that ain't it. I do the Jubilee, oh, we made that hit. Bounce for the juvenile, that ain't it. I do the Jubilee, oh, we made that hit. Shake, baby, shake, baby, shake, 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 baby, shake, baby, shake, shake, shake. Twerk, baby, twerk, baby, twerk, 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 baby, twerk, baby, twerk, twerk, twerk. Stop, shaking it, watch it, twerk it, pause, biggity bounce, stand up tall, yay, yay. I do the Jubilee, oh, do the Jubilee, oh, do the Jubilee, do the Jubilee, do the Jubilee, oh, do the Jubilee, oh, do the Jubilee, oh, do the Jubilee, do the Jubilee, oh. Stop, shaking it, watch it, twerk it, pause, biggity bounce. Now look at God. Yeah, I do the elderly law. I do the elderly law. I do the elder, do the elder, do the elderly law. I do the elderly law. I do the elderly law. Do the elder, do the elder, do the elderly law. Stop, slide, biggity bounce, pause. Now tell me you mean it. Lean on back. I do the beanie weenie. Oh, the beanie weenie. Oh, do the biggity, 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 beanie weenie. I do the beanie weenie. Oh, do the beanie weenie. Oh, do the biggity, 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 beanie weenie. Stop, slide, biggity bounce, pause. Now pass the tower. Yeah, I do the Eddie Bauer. I do the Eddie Bauer. I do the Eddie, do the Eddie, do the Eddie Bauer. I do the Eddie Bauer. I do the Eddie Bauer. I do the Eddie, do the Eddie, do the Eddie Bauer.
Okay, there you go. I was feeling that Eddie Bauer, man. I might have to incorporate that into some of the dance moves next time I step out on the floor.
That's Jubilee. Jubilee is a god in New Orleans, especially New Orleans bounce music. He's still DJing, and I'm still doing. Jubilee is still doing block parties.
Okay.
And like I told you, he's still kicking. He went to Grambling State University. That's why you're seeing him so much. And he's a school teacher at West Jefferson High School, which is my elder my school. He teaches over at West Jefferson High School. So he teaches, and he also does a lot of great things for the community. He does a lot of coaching at playgrounds. He's a football coach. He's very, very active. And matter of fact, he's sent quite a few kids to Division I college football teams from his playground program.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty dope of him and stuff. Yeah. And you know, that song, man, that was definitely hitting hard. What year did that come out?
Ooh, I don't know. I gotta look that one up on you. That had to be doing. I think this came out doing. I won't say Cash Money, No Limit wasn't exist. There wasn't existing when this song came out. But when the song came out, it just took the city of New Orleans by storm. And I do think Cash Money and No Limit was already, established, but this song here the song was so good he got a major contract with Jive Records. That's how good it was.
Okay, dope. So next up on the list, we have Warren Mays with Get It Girl. So we've definitely heard a lot of references to Warren Mays from other people in their music and stuff as well. Mm-hmm. And we'll check out some of this one.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl. You say you want some excitement and you need some fun. We could do it in the morning till we see the sun. We could rock the nation, explore the whole world. It's up to you, so get it, girl. Don't stop. Get it, girl. Don't stop. I need a freak, and you need a man to lick your belly button and kiss your pretty hand. You want passion, lust and no gain. It's battle in a dog in a pouring rain. You're my desire for the moment of the day. Like cowboys, let's roll to the hay. You're the princess waiting for the prince to kiss your sweet body and tell you like this. Say, get it, girl. Don't stop. Let's get it, girl.
Okay, so there we go. Just, we're going to keep it moving, powering down the list. Warren Mays, Get It Girl. What can you tell us about this one?
Warren Mays was killed, they say July the 31st, 1999. He was shot. And he was, one of the pioneers of New Orleans hip-hop sound. And he has a very strong connection to No Limit because him and Me X have a son together.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she said that in a Neutral Ground interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, rest in peace. He was shot. And, but, it seems like it's a normal thing these days.
Okay. So speaking of connection to No Limit, the next artist that you've got on the list is one that's also known for his connection to No Limit. However, this was a song that was released prior to his No Limit stint.
Yes.
So coming up at number 11.
Yeah, way in Big Boy Record days. Yeah,
the man Mystical.
Yeah.
You know, the man right here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is his song, Y'all Get Ready. So, or Y'all Ain't Ready, I should say.
Y'all Ain't Ready.
I'm confusing it with his album, Let's Get Ready. But here we go. Let's check this one. Okay, there we go. You know, Mystical definitely bringing that rowdy flavor, that edge that we know him for.
That song
the
made
beat
him famous.
Smooth. He kind of kicking like a, you know, more melodic kind of flow with it.
Right. But that song brought him on Soul Train. And that's the song that made him famous. It brought him on Soul Train.
Yeah, and so, you know, speaking of Mystical, you know, obviously he making the list. He one of, you know, the No Limit guys, but we know for the No Limit times and stuff. So was he one of your favorite members of the Tech?
Yeah, you know, he's afraid because, to, you know, just my opinion, and some might have their own opinion, I think he was the best rapper on the Tank. I just remember watching him, you know, in the studio, you know, recording songs, and man, it was a sight to see. When Mystical's in a booth, it's like he's just going crazy, seriously. And it was a joy to watch him do some of his great songs at No Limit, like them, you know, especially the songs with, you know, him and Magic, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, the brothers, you know, he was before, you know, or doing the same time as Nola and Cash Money came out, but he was so hot, he was different, you know, and
people could Magic, you know, could ever, well, you know, I guess it's just one of those hypothetical questions, but a Mystical and Magic album, I think would have been dope.
Oh, Mystical and Magic got the best song ever at No Limit, and I cannot think of the name of it, but him and Magic did a song together, and I don't understand why that song didn't go major. It was so hot. I can't think of it right now, but you know, him and Magic were good. You know, he stole the show from Silk. You know, when they did it. You know, when, you know, I still remember when we was in the studio, and he was recording his verse for Make Him Say and when he said, "I'm gonna shit on this tank," I just looked around the room like, this motherfucker about to start some trouble in this bitch today. But it was funny though.
Yeah, no, definitely. Peace to Mystical, man, and you know, the Soldiers and stuff. They currently out doing their thing on tour, lighting it up around the US. But back to this list for number 10, we've actually got the first woman entry to the list, and we know New Orleans has definitely birthed a lot of
gangster rapper
female MCs, from, you know, the Magnolia Shorties to the Miss T's to the what's her name? The Kitty Black. You got quite a few different near exes, of course, you know. So myself, I'm not familiar with Lady Red. This sounds good, smoking that weed. So we'll check a little bit of it out, and then you can give us a bit of the inside baseball.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I keep on giving that smoke that bonds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep on kicking that, keep on smoking that bonds. Let's smoking that weed, smoking that fire. Take a puff, get a little higher. The blood got into my head, make my eyes turn red. Now I'm feeling kinda dizzy and tired. Listen to that smoking that weed, smoking that fire. Take a puff, get a little higher. The blood got into my head, make my eyes turn red. Now I'm feeling kinda dizzy and tired. Me, my girl, Tilly, we're about to get fucked up. So it's going to nickel bag of that fire ass grass. And my girl, Belina, cut it up. So we went down the street to the corner store. When got my girl cooked up. I see we get to the place. She doesn't my girl take. Cause we knew that all wanted to get blowed. Man, some of that smoking that weed, smoking that fire. Take up on me a little higher. The blood got into my head, make my eyes turn red. Now I'm feeling kinda dizzy and tired. Smoking that weed, smoking that fire. Take up on me, get a little higher. The blood got into my head, make my eyes turn red. Now I'm feeling kinda dizzy and tired. So we jumped in and ride and rolled the windows up and took us a ride around rumors. Niggas looking at us with
Okay, so there we go. A little something from Lady Red, smoking that weed, smoking that fire. You know, she cutting up. I can always appreciate a good weed song.
And this song came out in 1996, and she was already talking about it.
Yep.
And she's still around. Um, she made her debut in 1996, and she was one of the very first gangster rappers before me X and all these, um, gangster female rappers. Now she was signed with she was signed to a company called record label called High Power Records out of New Orleans at that time.
Okay. So
But
definitely,
but
don't.
but as you can tell, she can bring it now. She
Yeah,
brings
no,
it.
definitely. She was bringing it, and that once again that had the familiar sample on it too, the beat.
The Trigger Man.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's in,
it was at that time. Was it like if that sound was on anything, it was like it
it was
couldn't
a hit.
lose. Is that how it was pretty much?
It was a hit. I mean, if you use a New Orleans artist, they had Trigger Man in it. And as you can tell, Trigger Man is everywhere in New Orleans.
Yep. So okay, so moving down to number 9, we have MC T Tucker
MCT Tucker,
and
the
DJ
real
Ev.
motherfucker,
Where they at?
and DJ Irv.
Now, is this different to we've heard of a TT Tucker? Is that somebody different
It's the same person.
or it's the same person? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to be familiar. So we're gonna check this one out.
E.T. Tucker and DJ Erb coming at you for 1992. Street side, you stupid fuck. I said, shake that ass, shake that ass, shake that ass like a salt shaker. 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 Shake that ass like a shake that ass like a shake, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
Whew. And then we hear the artist weren't scared to get political at the same time. A strong F. David Duke being thrown down. Definitely a banger right there. You can see that was one. We cut that at 1 minute in, and that was probably like going on for about 4 minutes. The song goes on for. You know how the flavor gonna be.
That was our battle rap song to the KKK. For those who don't know, David Duke is the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klans, and he was the leader of the Ku Klux Klans. And my boy just sent him a message: "Fuck David Duke," There's
a better way.
Yeah, definitely a strong message being sent, but still on a such a party rhythmical track.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a club or wherever you at and you hear that, you can't help but bounce. That's why I see why they call that bounce music, man.
Yeah, if you gonna dance, you're gonna dance when you hear this. When you hear that track, you're gonna dance. That's a problem.
Yeah. So number 9, we definitely say salute to MC T Tucker and DJ Ev. Where they at, and once again, like I said, for the No Limit Cash Money fans, we'll be familiar with some of those sort of sounds, chants, and elements that have made their way onto other records and stuff too. Moving on down the list, number 8.
Yep, my
Somebody
boy.
who's also will be familiar with from No Limit
My
and Cash
boy.
Money also. And we want to say rest in peace, Fifth Ward, Weeby.
Right.
So, this song that you picked out here features Miss T, and
That's
it's called
right.
Loving You. So, at what point did Weeby put this track out?
He put this track out way before he was with No Limit or Cash Money. I know that. You gotta remember, I can't remember some of these dates. We don't even remember because
Yeah,
it was such
I
an
mean, I
event.
say because the thing is, I remember like this kind of goes slightly off topic, but still speaking about Weeby. I remember when he signed with No Limit,
Right,
and he was on the 504 Boys
right.
project, and
Yeah.
I remember at the time I was playing like some of that stuff to some people in the UK, and I wouldn't expect them to be that versed in New Orleans music and culture and stuff. But they were saying, "Oh, who's this guy? Like he's trying to sound like Lil Wayne." And I was saying to him, he clearly an OG and an older dude, and
Older.
his sound and his style would probably be a
Yeah.
precursor to even like Lil Wayne and stuff, And so people were saying, he was trying to sound like Wayne and stuff, but I was like, nah, that didn't sound right, So
Yeah.
you could clarify some of that there.
Well, Fifth Ward Weeby, he has to, I'm gonna be honest with you, he has to, besides Mystical, Lil Wayne, and Master P, he has to be the most favorite DJ rapper in New Orleans by the people of New Orleans. He was awarded the best rapper, and that's because when everything Fifth Ward Weeby put out, it was strong. He loved and he stayed with New Orleans Fountains. And we miss him. You and I talked about health a couple of times, and Fifth Ward Week, he died of diabetes. And God rest his soul. I think a year before he died, I seen him at a parade, and I was riding my horses in the parade, and we was talking, and he was just so funny, And no, he didn't steal Lil Wayne's style. He was he was before Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I remember that joint he had Let Me Find Out, man. And he got a whole bunch of bangers and stuff, but definitely piece to Weeby and stuff. So let's check this one out.
That's the cut.
Yeah, I feel bad even having to cut some of those records, man, because you just want to let them play. But that's that the same stuff we was talking about. That's that fire right there, man.
Yeah, hey, look, I love you, Fifth Ward Weeby. I love you. And
Yeah,
great guy.
number 7, man. Taking it to number 7, which represent in the mathematics. That's God right there. We're going at Partners in Crime.
Yeah.
PNC.
17 Ward.
Pump
17 Ward
up the
Hard
party. This is definitely a classic. We've heard about this. Let's check this.
Kango Slim Cannon, pump the party. Mr. Meena Cannon, pump the party. Prime Time Cannon, pump the party. Lil Squirrel Cannon, pump the party. Black Minutes Cannon, pump the party. C Slim Cannon, pump the party. Lil Lip Cannon, pump the party. Old Boy Cannon, pump the party. Mr. Cole Cannon, pump the party. 40 Cannon, pump the party. Big Boy Cannon, pump the party. CC Cannon, pump the party. Who run this shit? Who rule this shit? 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 Can the pump the party? West Bank can the pump the party? Uptown can the pump the party? Downtown can the pump the party? Third Ward can the pump the party? Fourth Ward can the pump the party? Fifth Ward can the pump the party? Seventh Ward can the pump the party? Ninth Ward can the pump the party? Tenth Ward can the pump the party? 15 can the pump the party? 17 can the pump the party? Lil Nana can the pump the party? Big Break can the pump the party? Big Earl can the pump the party? Big Tom can the pump the party? Lil Del can the pump
Hey.
So then we see that pump up the party, PNC. Definitely shouts out to Kango Slim and Mr. Meena.
Yes.
What you think of
17 Ward Hard heads. A lot of people don't know, but they were with Big Boy Records, and they had a major beef rivalry with Cash Money Records. I'm talking about deadly. I'm not bullshitting you. You know, I'm talking about shootouts, fights. They were them, partner in crime and UNLV, from Cash Money Records were it was pretty deep.
Yeah, no, some of it's definitely been documented, especially the Cash Money Big Boy beef. Some of the stuff for UNLV and Mystical, which leads into the next record, which you have number 6 is UNLV Drag Them in the River. Now, a lot of people might be familiar with this. Let's check it out. Badass Yellow Boy.
If you want to achieve,
Let's get past this ad. So yeah, Drag Them in the River, Badass Yellow Boy, man. This one cold. I mean, I could just let that one ride all day, cause especially that's one of those types of songs where
that's a killer song.
it's just riding. You just let that play, and Yellow just riding all over it. So it's like
Yellow. He hated Mystical. Paul, he hated Mystical. He hated Mystical. He hated Partners in Crime. Rest in peace, Yellow. He I'm gonna tell you something. He was bringing it. He was bringing it, and there's I don't want to say nothing about rest in peace, and it wouldn't be no Cash Money without no UNLV, and that's real talk. I'm talking real, there wouldn't be a Cash Money without UNLV.
Definitely shouts out to Lil Ya and Tech as well. Definitely legends who put it down, I'm telling you, Mystical, he came back with a response back from the river.
Yeah. He came back with it, but you know what though? That's one of Mystical favorite songs. If you play that song around him, he get up and dance to it. He loves it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, back to the list, we got number 5, who's a repeat, a two-timer. I guess makes him a two-time Hall of Famer. And that's Ricky B. He was at number 15, and he's also at number 5. So
right
here we go, and this song's called "Shake It for Your Hood."
Shake it for your hood.
Let's check this. So then we got another hot banger. Definitely got that Creole soul food sound to it. New Orleans bounce classic, Ricky B. "Shake It for Your Hood." What can you tell us about this one, man?
Man, when that song came out, the city went crazy. It went crazy, especially he's in there talking about the different projects in New Orleans. If you heard, he was talking about the Magnolia, Ivoryville, And man, when that song came out, man, it was, man, I won't think I was in college when that song came out. I'm gonna say, man, we played that song so much. I think I burnt the CD. Because back in the day you had the cassette players, and you had to go back and forth. Man, I burnt that damn CD up listening to this one song. I love that song. As you can tell of me dancing, when that song is played, if you're from New Orleans, everybody dance to it.
Nah, that's real, man. So definitely number 5, he made it to the list twice again. Definitely. So that's double salute, Ricky B. Which brings us on to number 4, which is Bust Down, and a song called Pop That Thing.
Okay,
so get into this one.
You're gonna love this song.
Okay, we're gonna cut that one down. Definitely got that classic hip hop feel, even shades of like a Run DMC type track, heavy even with East Coast sort of sound. I love the album cover too, man. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, but that song, man, people listen to this right now, go get this song. I'm not bullshitting you. It came out in 1991 out his Dirty Bitch album, and came out in 1991. It was a hit. We loved it. Yeah, we loved it.
Yeah, no, I believe you, man. It definitely got a classic sound and knock to it. I mean, what can you tell us about Bust Down?
Not too much. No. Me personally, I never met him. I don't know him. There's not too much. I know at one time he was doing some old, New Orleans, concerts, reunion concerts, but I've heard anything about him in years. Been a while.
Okay. So moving on down the list, we got a few more to wind down. We're at number 3, and this is representing for the West Bank, and this is MC Fick representing for Marrero.
My hood, where I'm
Jungle.
from. That's where I'm from.
Okay. There we go. West Bank, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Diamond.
Talk to me now.
Cruising down the street,
Real slow. What the fuck are they yelling?
Talk to me now.
cruising down the street.
Real slow. What the fuck are they yelling?
Now sit back and relax so you can hear what I say and realize it's coming from the T-H-I-C-K. I'm like Dick'em, so give me a smack or smack your back. React whack to my attack and get a cardiac arrest. Stop breathing, harder, stop pumping. Rhyme still kicking, crowd still jumping. Just dig inside your chest to see what's blocking them arteries. And no find no rhyme, that's to pardon me. Lyrical buckshots leave my mouth and disperse. When the R goes to 7 more, I'll be first, cause I'm smooth, prominent, influential, dominant. Can take a situation good or bad and put a rhyme in it. No need to get ignorant, belligerent, or violent. Cause real bad boys hit hard and move silent. Tongue like a whip, laying lashes on your ass, see? Nigga jump stupid, watch the scene get nasty. The shit you're trying to do, I done already did. I'm the horror you would dream about when you was a kid. But now you're grown and you're sick, cause you can't defeat this. Don't wanna back down, cause that's a sign of weakness. That's the previous battle, you thought that was the last of me. But now I'm back and I'm causing a catastrophe. Look in my eyes and you're wondering what that flash could be. That's my mind reacting telepathically.
Cruising down the street,
Real slow. What the fuck are they yelling?
cruising down the street.
Real slow. What the fuck are they yelling?
Death up and death, that is my finale, see? Hold up and hold straight up, that's reality. I'm hitting like a Mack truck, motherfucker back up. I will never slack up, suckers I rack up. This is the point I'm trying to get across to you. I'm a judge and here's what I'm used to. Bullets flying, motherfuckers dying, defendants lying, parents crying, wannabes trying, suckers defying. You think that I'm with you, blink your eyes and I'm flying. Just living in America, it's getting scarier. One day you're rolling in, the next day bury you. Crack and marijuana are ruling the streets. They're ruling them both together and they're calling them geeks. But yo, it's up to you. What you like, some choose to smoke geeks, some like to hit the pipe like a hoe. I know, blowing up just like a toothpick. Show her a rock and she'll be on that dick quick. The shit keeps happening, I don't know why. 13-year-old girls tricking for a high. They owe them sex with drug deals, keep kicking them. Cause while you're tricking them, big stoops digging them.
Okay. MC Fick Marrero, 1991, New Orleans West Bank rap. Definitely banging hard. I mean, it's crazy because when we go back to some of these old ones, when we think of like, I guess New Orleans music over in its like later years, a lot of people associate with some artists having like a southern sort of drawl or a certain cadence and stuff like that. But when you hear
Not
the
him.
clarity coming from these guys, you don't hear it. They sound just, as raw as like what would have been being produced in the East or the West or whatever, even at that time. It's clear, it's concise, it's so I think that's really crazy and that's really dope, man.
Well, MC Thick, like I said, I'm from Marrero, Louisiana, and he was the first big rapper, and he went major because I went to Marrero Middle School, so when we anytime this song plays, you're from the West Bank,
This
we go
pandemic
crazy.
is crippling families.
And he was killed. He was beefing with UNLV and Cash Money Records, and he got killed. He died. He got shot.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. We definitely want to say rest in peace. We represent a hip hop union, and we hope that, especially going forward, there's a lot more unity we see in the game nowadays. We know sometimes in the early days, a lot of street stuff crossed over with the music and stuff, and still to this day, as we see, sadly, sometimes with the tragic, killings. And I think we was reading something the other day. They said over 50% of rappers that die, it's by a murder and being gunned down and stuff, which is
Right.
quite terrible, man. If I was saying if that statistic was on any other group of people, it would be seen as a problem.
Yeah, because I remember this was early '90s when he got killed. Which was rare.
Yeah.
And because I still remember one day we was on the lakefront of New Orleans, and I never forget the day as long as I live. And he was big time. And I remember some Cash Money brothers jumped him and beat the shit out of him real bad.
Yeah, crazy, man. So continuing on the list, we've got to number 2, and this one is LOG, and this song's called G's and Soldiers. So we definitely gonna check.
G's and Soldiers. Yep,
G's and Soldiers. We're gonna check some of this LOG out. Okay. Some of these I don't even much try to stop. I'm here jamming away. Them Manny Fresh beats definitely ain't nothing nice, man. And the thing is, as I'm listening to that and I'm hearing some of the raps, I think to myself, wow, imagine if Manny would have produced some stuff even for No Limit, even if it was just a single or something. I'm hearing that Soldier reference and I'm hearing that beat played. I'm like, wow, that'd have been crazy, bro.
Yeah, he was a No Limit Soldier before No Limit Soldiers. He represented his hood, more than anybody. And be honest with you, he started the soldier thing in New Orleans. There was nobody called himself soldiers.
My name is Ariel, and I just started my first job.
When he came out, in 1996, with this track, and nobody was calling themselves soldiers. They was calling themselves soldiers in the streets, but he made it, popular. And you can hear in this music, this is a classic. It's a, if you're a No Limit fan, go listen to LOG. You'll like it if you're a No Limit fan.
Okay, so I think we had a little slight bit of interference and stuff like that as well. And where did you say he was from in New Orleans?
I won't say he's from Uptown, somewhere Uptown. I'm not sure, but I know he's from somewhere Uptown. It could be 97, Fort Ward. I think he's up somewhere Uptown. And if I'm wrong, please, people, let me know, because I don't remember all this stuff. But he's from Uptown somewhere in New Orleans.
Okay. And the last but not least, number 1 on the list, we've actually got a song called, well, this one we've mentioned it quite a few times. Mm-hmm. So it's one that people will be familiar with, some will be familiar with from the Show Boys. Mm-hmm. And it's called Trigger Man, also known as drag rap. But now to be clear, these guys, where are these guys from?
Queens, New York. They're from Queens, New York, and they made this song in a Jeep. This song was written in a Jeep Cherokee. And
now some might say, is that kind of cheating? We're not cheating as having them on the list with them not being from New Orleans, or do you feel that the imprint of this song is so staple to a lot of the music that it puts them on the list?
It made New Orleans music. It's the cornerstone for New Orleans hip hop. You listen to all this hip hop music, you're gonna hear their samples. You're gonna hear them sampling the song. No, they're not from New Orleans, but they're very influenced the New Orleans scene. And, down here, they're like gods, and these guys are just, even though they're from Queens, New York, but everybody know rap was started in New York anyway. Am I right or am I wrong? There's no secret,
Yeah.
But they, their music came all the way down to New Orleans and, was the cornerstone of Bout's New Orleans music.
Yeah. I think this, so we're gonna check this one out, from the Show Buzz. And then we have it from the Show Boys.
The Show Boys.
Trigger Man, drag rap. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Like, I'm gonna show you a bit of a geek I was. Like back in the days when you used to buy the cassettes and the CDs, and you would pop open the booklets of some songs, and it would give you the production credits. Now I did notice on some of the songs, then it would say on some of the songs, the Trigger Boys, drag rapper. It would say Trigger Man, Show Boys. It would say they had a sample from that track. So I kind of got familiar that sample came from that song, but I hadn't heard the song because this was before the days you could just pop it in Google or YouTube and get the song up to play it. So I know a lot of people may have heard of the song, but they may not have actually heard it as well. So I would encourage them to check it out because it's definitely a dope hip hop track too.
Check it out. Well, I just looked it up and it says that out of all the records that they made, the 6-minute song "Drag Rap" was an instant hit in New York and throughout the South when it was released in 1986. It says the record is credited with being the foundation of bounce music of New Orleans.
Yeah.
They're not from New Orleans, but they started something down here.
Well, we show you the beauty of stuff. I mean, hip hop was starting from Cool Herc,
right?
Jamaican cats. So a lot of the times it's just the culture, and it's infectious, and who it influences, and then what it's turned into. Then when people add their element, it can create magic and stuff. So it's definitely been great to count down these New Orleans.
What's so funny? I know for a fact people are gonna comment, "Oh, this should be number one because they're not from New Orleans." There wouldn't be no New Orleans music if it wasn't for Trigger Man. I guarantee you go back and listen to.
You say for the bounce on the bounce side because they had some of the other side covered, with the jazz and the blues and all of that,
No, they just got an award a while ago for being. This song Trigger Man was sampled so many times. Matter of fact, didn't they just sue Drake or something for sampling the song?
Yeah, he may have used it too because he did the Nice for What, and I think he had a couple done by Black and Mild, and I'm sure he he used the that's the sound he would have wanted. A lot of the big
I think they won like $1 million or something like that, if I'm correct. They won $1 million. Yeah.
That's what they sued for it.
Yeah. They won. But that's what I heard. But it's a again, there's gonna be some idiots going, "Oh, that's not New Orleans." Da 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 da. It wouldn't be no New Orleans bounce if it wasn't for Trigger Man. You got to remember this song came out in 1986. Birdman and Master P was still in junior high school when this song came out.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, man, we salute to the legends, and we definitely salute to what came before, because that's what laid the foundation for where things continue to go, will continue on. So we definitely appreciate that there. So we'll ask you, before we head off, maybe a couple of quick questions just about recent topics and stuff. I'm sure you may have heard about some of the tragic events going on in hip-hop, like the killing of young Dolph. Do you feel... Dr. Boyce Watkins, he posted something and he said he feels that the media companies should stop promoting music that's so violent and destructive to the Black community. Do you think that he kind of right saying that, or do you think he's reaching a bit?
I think he's reaching too much because right now, I'll be honest with you, this is my opinion. I listen to interviews and I talk to some people, and I blame Soulja Boy. And I mean, what, a week before this man was killed, he put a bounty on his head. Did you know about that?
Yeah, it was reported on some blogs. But we don't know how accurate it is, but it have been reported.
Yeah, and these young men got to realize that enjoy your money. Enjoy it. Go out. Buy things you want to buy, live places you ever want to live, and just enjoy it. All this killing, just because, you don't see this in jazz music. You don't see this in R&B music. You know what I'm saying? Just stop, we got to just stop it, and it's sad, because, these guys are making all this money, and they still act like like they crazy or something. It's sad. But let me tell you something. The record labels are not going to stop, so you forget about that because they don't care. Bottom line, they don't care.
Yeah, some people speculate they think there could be some conspiracy with the labels, but that's a different conversation. But on the concept of joy, we just got a couple of quick more questions. We've recently seen a few tragedies, namely at the Astro World event with Travis Scott, and it was reported yesterday at a Christmas gathering that a guy had mowed down people. He just, came with his car and ran people down. Is this something that you think scary, especially with things opening back up? And a lot of people are excited to be going back to like mass events and concerts and stuff like that. Or do you think people should be more apprehensive or taking more caution?
Yeah. Well, number one, me personally, I think there's too many people at the Travis Scott concert. There's just too many people. And before the concert, I think hundreds of people stormed the gates and got in for free. You had people there didn't pay. They just stormed the gate and ran in. The gentleman in Wisconsin comes back. Me and you talked about mental issues. Mental issue plays a lot. In things that we do and things that we say, and it's sad. And I hope you and your followers understand. Enjoy life. I did an interview this morning, and and somebody asked me, what did I do with my money from No Limit? And I told them I started other companies. I started other companies. Like I said, I live on a farm. I'm a cat, and I deal with cattle and horses. I'm an advocate. I started an advocate company that we deal with mental health issues and health issues. I'm writing children's books. I'm writing women empowerment books, and I'm just trying to be an impact to the world. Make it more positive. And no, I've never been a drug dealer. I never say I was a drug dealer. I went to college. I got a degree. And in saying that, and I want the public to know, you got to know me. I'm still that brother you don't want to mess with. I've been fighting and doing karate and boxing all my whole life. I can handle myself, real good, to be honest with you. I love weaponry. I love guns. I love guns and knives. And don't ever think I'm soft, just because I speak I speak very softly. But you ask anybody who knew me, especially anybody who knows I played in the NFL, when I played in college football, don't do that. It'd be a major mistake.
And I most definitely, man. We know that you documented for being a nice person and stuff as well. For people that have worked with you and encountered you, they say you got good personality and stuff at the same time. So we know you're not a bully or anything like that. For a big guy, some big guys are just big bullies, man. They like to just throw people around just because they can, but that isn't necessarily your demeanor just because you're a big guy and stuff at the same time. I think even Eric Bischoff said, a real nice guy, got a big heart and stuff.
We next week we're gonna start shooting a documentary, and it's called Monster in My Head. And what we're talking about is that I've been suffering from mental illness since I was 10 years old. I seen my first psychiatrist when I was 10 years old. And we're going to focus on mental issues with the children, because right now mental issues with adolescents is up 65% all over the world. Mental health issues is skyrocketing. And I'm not ashamed to talk about it because people already called me crazy anyway, so why not talk about it? So we got to get rid of that stigma about you reaching out for help. And we so worry about what other people are going to say about us. But you got to think about, Mike Tyson, Kanye West, Lady Gaga, Adele, Lawrence Taylor, all these great athletes, and they all suffer from mental illness. So we're going to shoot a documentary. It's a young brother here in New Orleans who's in the hip hop scene. And what's funny is that my distribution for my documentary is going through Cain and Abel.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. Because a lot of people have asked, what's Cain and Abel been up to, and they heard they've been doing great things with their production company and stuff.
It's all about helping each other, it's that's all it is, and I love, and I want to say, the No Limit reunion tour is getting great reviews, and I want to tell all the guys, I'm proud of y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Silk, Master P, Mia, Mystical, Serve On, my boy Mac, Theme, KLC, Mystical. I love y'all guys. I always love y'all, and y'all have a special place with me. It's just that we just go in different directions. I'm not into the hip hop scene no more. I'm more into the mental health and health issue scene. And like I'm writing books. I write every day, and like I said, I'm writing children's books. I'm writing children's coloring books, and I'm doing women empowerment books. So, like I said,
you go. One day, one of those joints they may even turn into a movie. Speaking of movies, have you seen that King Richard movie?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. He's Father of the Year for me. He's Father of the Year. I did not, because I used to work for Nike, and Nike didn't like him. I never know why they didn't like him. And when I watched, the movie, now I see why they didn't like him. And everybody keep talking about, he was hard and all that kind of stuff. No, he wanted the best for his children. He told the people, one day my daughter's going to be number 1 and number 2 in the world. And everybody laughed at him, And that's what I want to tell the people out there, young and old, if you have a dream, stick to your plan. Don't let nobody ever, brush you off. That's like, with me, when I was with, No Limit Soldiers in WCW, none of the fans knew I was a cowboy in real life. None of them know I had horses. None of them know I had a farm, because it's fake, Before, and I tell people all the time, before I was a No Limit Soldier, I was a cowboy.
Yeah, no, definitely, but having different facets about us is one thing that's definitely commendable. And in terms of the work that he did for his daughters and stuff, was definitely great work and stuff. Sometimes people have their negative stories to tell in different aspects and stuff, but it's good to see an accurate portrayal of something that isn't necessarily like the typical like slave movie or something like that. And stuff.
Yeah, it was different.
We just gotta close out and stuff. I don't know if you heard as well, but there was a passing of Malcolm X's daughter.
I seen that.
Shabazz, so
I read it yesterday. They found in the apartment. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. Yeah, that's a tragedy. I mean, anybody knows I love to read books. I'm a big time book reader, and I'm a Malcolm X fanatic. And he raised his girls right. Him and his wife. Don't people stop letting that that BS about black fathers don't love their children and all that kind of stuff. You talk about Malcolm X, and you talk about Serena Williams and Venus Williams' dad. That's a perfect example. We love our children. The stereotype is bullshit.
And so many years later, how great is it to see Malcolm X still being remembered and sort of honored in his legacy and stuff?
My grandfather told me, my grandfather lived to be 105 years old. He was born in 1901, just passed away. And my grandfather always tell me, don't never let them see you with a drink in your hand. Let them see you with a book in your hand. They'll treat you different. And I remember that.
Okay. Definitely. That's real, man. So definitely, Swoll, we appreciate your time and stuff once again. Definitely always great to have you join us on the platform and stuff. At this time, lending your tutelage on some New Orleans underground classics.
Well, anytime I'm doing something, I'm gonna give you first dab at it, because that's just the love for me and you, I mean, that's from the heart, man. I love you like you're my brother. You know, I'm just keeping it real with you. You know, I know if I ever come to England, I know I got a place to stay and somewhere to eat. You know, because that, you know, that's, you know, just like if you come here, you got a place to stay and you got a place to eat in New Orleans. You know, and that's real talk. You know, and you know, let's keep doing it. We're making a movement. You know, let's keep talking about it. And this is, you know, young people out there, you know, enjoy life, enjoy your money, you know, get your education. And when you go home tonight, just write down what you want to do in life and stick to that plan.
No doubt, man. And we're going to look forward to having you back on soon as well, because we've got another brother, T. Judah, who have to guest with us. And he likes to actually discuss like health issues and stuff. So we'll be doing some panel stuff. So we're going to see if we can work and figure something out when you obviously got the availability. We know you're a busy guy, and see if we can get you chimed in on the panel with us on some health issues and stuff.
Look, anytime you need me, I'm there. Look, my phone and my computer's right here, and I'm always there for you. Anytime you need me, anytime.
No doubt, man. All right, salute, my brother. Appreciate it, man. Much love, and family. If you're joining us on YouTube, don't forget like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops and content.